Hello, and welcome from ResEvo. So we are a company coming from Europe, based in Slovenia, and we are showcasing our data platform SBI, a solution on ProveIt Factory B. So what problem did we identify? If you can look on the screen, you can see we are a platform who's dealing with analyze and visualize. But we wanted to show you the complete process, how you can get data, leverage the data from the connect, collect, phase, store, right till to the end to the AI. So we will go through the whole process, and then in the end we will also have a small demo, a mechanical demo. They told us that this is like some kind of bomb which we are bringing here. So all these wires, they had to be removed and wired up again when we came to United States, otherwise they wouldn't let me through with the flight. So let's start. So for the question number one, what I would like you to think a little bit is what is the difference between a digitized factory and a digital factory? Maybe someone will remember this movie when a guy saw let's say the world in digitized way, in digital way. So we think what we're trying to tell you is also the digital factory can be seen if the data can be seen. And we need all this data that we can do then the digital twin, like was said from the Jeff Winter in the keynote. We need to hook the digital things with the real processes, and then we can see what is going on inside. We can visualize, and then we can analyze, and then we can utilize also AI and AI agents. So the digitization is a necessity. If you don't do that right, if you don't get the right data, then you have problems upwards. You have problems with analytics, with business analytics, with AI, and all what's coming in this AI era. But it's also very important because we are not just the guys who are doing with data, we are also the guys who know processes. So we are seniors. So if you have a problem, it's not just the technology which has to be solved. You have the technology, you have people, and you have processes, and you have to combine that. Maybe you know these two legends, so Edward Deming and Taiichi Ohno. They are both very well known, but Taiichi Ohno always said that you have to also look at the facts. You also have to go into the factory. You have to see if the people are smiling in the factory, if they are not smiling in the factory. That's something which data will not show you. So you also have to see data and you have to see facts. So data, like we said, are the most important thing. So data are the fuel for everything, for AI, for BI, and for AI agents. But usually the analytics, it's done with, let's say, we say it, usually we have hippos when we are making decisions. So usually the highest paid person makes the decisions. They are not based on facts. They are not based on data, and then we have problems. And in this Industry 4.0, we can change that so we can really do the decision making based on data. And of course now, when we come to the AI space, where AI is everything, even maybe there where it doesn't supposed to be, we have just bigger problems with that. So if you don't decide with facts via charts, then how can we expect that the AI agent will decide something for us? So will there be a change as drastic like it was with the horses and cars, which you can see on this slide on the Fifth Avenue? We really don't know what will happen in 5 years, but we can see each year that more and more AI agents, LLMs, and everything is showing up, and everybody is doing something on data. And data are the one foundation which we want to focus. And at the end, like we said, the SBI platforms helps you visualize, helps you do extra analytics, and also leverages the AI assistant. In that way, we think that the next level solutions will be. So it will not be a hippo AI, it will be combination of visibility, analytics, and AI. Agent, assistants, whatever you can tell. So the second thing, digital transformation, it's a strategy, not a project. Why? Because usually when you go and buy, let's say, a system 1, and then you digitize this, you buy a system 2, and then you go buy a system 3, and then you add up, and you add up, and add up, it becomes a little bit messy. So what can we do here? Here we can put the single data space, single addressable space, which is organized. That's why here we use the UNS, like we use it in this showcase from ProveIt, the factory B. So the answer to this is that you organize the data, you put them in context, because if you don't do that, more and more data will coming, more and more data are coming, and then the costs of managing this will go up. You will have a big mess. AI agents will not work. It will be even worse than it is today. So, merging these two worlds, IoT, OT, and IT world, we do it through the UNS. So we combine different data sources, like everybody else here is doing, and that is really the foundation which we are building upon. So, let's go to the last point. Digitized is not digital. What do we want to say? What do we mean by that? A lot of companies are still in the industry 3.0, or not even there. Like was said from the Jeff Winter in the opening keynote, 54% of the companies are still using spreadsheets, are still using paper and pen, so that's a lot. So a lot of companies are still on the way to there. They are not even beginning the digital transformation. So is that real? Is it really something like that? Or is it like, I'm here having a slide also here from Jeff Winter, is it really smart manufacturing on the go? Do we see that in lots of places? Is that the reality which we have today? No, it's not. The reality is here. So if you look up this slide, you will see that 81% of the companies is still has issues with connectivity, with computerization and connectivity. So if you combine these two numbers, 90% of companies are still at very, very, very low beginning. They don't utilize this data. They don't even do the visibility. They don't even do analytics. Where is the AI? The AI is the next thing to come, but first we have to do the foundations. So what we are showing here today, this is the architecture which we are using. So as you can see, here we have some data from the ERP. Here we leverage some data from the API. And here we have some devices. And now, then everything goes through the ProveIt MQTT broker. And I will show you here a little bit of what we can do on the level of visualization, where the ASBI comes in place, and what we can do on the level of analytics, where we have very advanced analytics. We have all-up cubes, real-time all-up cubes, real-time data, and we can visualize everything. You can also drill down to the tail, and then we will show you also a little bit of AI, so how we leverage the AI technology. Maybe it will be a little bit different way, but we don't hallucinate, so we get the real answer every time. So this is the point which we have. So we are a data platform. ASBI is a data platform which is on the level of analyze, visualize, and a little bit of AI. So now let's move to this first and go and see this demo. So what do I have here? Here I have a couple of knobs. Here you can see this is connected via a small device. So this device can be wired up to the MQTT. it has a web server, it has an MQTT connection, and I can get this data. This costs like $10, maybe $15. I can get this data into the unified namespace, let's say very cheap. So to do the simple visualization, to get the visibility into the process, in the old machines, we can do it with these simple buttons. So let's say this is, I don't know, for $50 of equipment. If I put maybe a three-phase power meter, it's another $100, and that's more than enough for the first start for the POC. So you don't need any wiring, you don't need the PLCs, you just need to hook up these small shellies, and you can do it by your own maintenance guy. So it's not a problem, you don't need us. And you put this data, you hook them into the unified namespace. On the screen, you can now see when I press this button, you can see that the input changes. So now the input 1 was set to true, and I can do this via these buttons. I can do this also via buttons like ignition. I can do it also in Ask BI. So a variety of platforms which can publish data into the broker. I can, of course, read this state. If you look at my computer, I can also read this state. So the visibility goes, it can be solved entirely in the Ask BI. So if you go on the screen again, here you will see that while I'm pressing these buttons, here you can see also our built-in MQTT Explorer. You can see that how data are changing. And this is, let's say, one way of visualizing stuff. So everything comes here, as you can see. Here I have a simple UNS structure built. So I have here like a bump. It's a bump because I've told you that we had to unwire it and wire it again. It looked like a bump. So I can see that this is like a UDT, which you connect. And this UDT-like is hooked to the MQTT, can be hooked to any other source. And then this is then the metadata model, which we use to make all the other cool stuff which will be shown. The source here is, again, this MQTT Explorer. And we can also see here, also, let's say, the data from main 10x and so on. We've hooked this button also to another guys on that booth in 5 minutes. So now they can use our equipment and we can use their equipment to control some stuff. So it's really cool. So we utilized the ProveIt Enterprise B to exchange, let's say, cyber physical controllers. So if we move on, like we said, we will go from bottom to the top. What does that mean? First, we saw sensors. The data flew in, the data went into the MQTT. Now the second thing is we can see here, but we can see also that the broker is not up. Let's go a little bit into the past. So into the past, what I did now, if I here have like live data, I can see that the broker is down and something's not, we are not receiving the data, but we can move, let's say, to yesterday. So yesterday at, I don't know, 3 a.m. These were the data, these were the states, and I can also have here different visualization, SVGs, whatever you want, and I can go and move and see the data coming. So these were the real live data from the ProveIt MQTT broker for the Enterprise B. If we move up again a little bit, we can, because we are a BI tool, we are really good in visualizations. Because we have OLAP integrated, real-time OLAP inside, we can drill to things down. And I want to show you how this looks. So we are not just able to do visualization of things moving around with everything what comes into the data flows into the MQTT, but also we can do nice charts. And one of the nice charts, it's, let's say, I can go and see a nice OEE example. So we can do charts like that. So we can combine IT data and OT data. We can do charts where we have data flowing in from OT world. We can do charts which are data from the ERP world or MES or HR or CRM. So we can combine all this in one dashboard. And what is beautiful about it, this is nothing pre-configured. So I can just go to edit mode. I can move things around. I can change charts. I can add new charts. So this is like a data platform. Everything what you can see here, nothing is wired up. Nothing is hard-coded. Everything is drag and drop like. Everything can be changed. So if you have a problem, if you know how to hook things into the MQTT, you can call us. We can talk about the problem. We can make a simple POC. We can show you how you can combine data from different data sources. So here I have a small example of an availability dashboard. Now we will switch to the how to say, shop floor operator mode. So I will grab the iPad. So now I'm in the iPad, and as you can see on the screen, here I have like a CEO view, an overview. I don't know. Here I can have some news from the Olympics. I have my KPIs, so the most important KPIs. Here I have my scheduling, and so on. And what I also want to show you, I have also here the same availability dashboard that we've seen on the computer. So everything this is mobile ready, it's responsive, and I can do everything also on this device. I can, let's say, I can also, if I would like, I can modify the dashboard, or I can do something with this data. So what I can do with this data, with this table. Let's focus this table a little bit. What do we have here? Here we are looking like some measures, downtime, actual work, total time, availability through different days. And that's a static report, but we are not static. What do I mean by that? I can go here and I can say, drill down this to the downtime reason. Because we are an advanced BI platform, we can drill down to different dimensions according to the model and according to the hooked up UNS. So if we model the UNS, okay, if we do the models, okay, we can drill down to all the dimensions, to all the data which you have. So imagine all the data points which are collected from the OT side and then hooked, connected with the model from the IT side. You can drill down and combine this data and play around with the data in all the dimensions. The second thing is, I know that you want to see what we can do on AI. We can do some stuff like, okay, let's open this. This view, which I will be shown now, we say it's like an OLAP Explorer. What does that mean? With this OLAP Explorer, we can drill, slice down the data and so on. But one thing is which we can do, we can also, let's say, go to the LLM and ask him, tell me something about this data. He will tell you something about this data, and he made an analysis according to this data and pre-filled data, so we can a little bit tweak the prompts, and we can get something which they want to, which is known and hidden in the data. But I can do more. I can go here. Let me pop up this our chatbot. So our real assistant. So he said hello to us. Okay. Then first let's say to him, show me the dimensions which I have. So what's happening behind the scenes? Like we said, according to the model, the AI went into the model and they said, okay, you have data organized over these dimensions. Okay? And we can see, maybe I can say, okay, I can ask him whatever I like, and he will try to answer me. So let's say, have to, okay. Live demos are always pain in the ass. Okay. So I ask him, give me the downtime over the machines. What is he doing now? He's not analyzing the data, he's analyzing the model. And he's now preparing the response. And what he will answer me, he will generate the query behind which will answer my question. So this is the demo purpose. At the end, the user doesn't see that, but this is the demo. He created a query, a multidimensional query, and he has shown me the result, as you can see on the top left corner. Now I can ask him something, I don't know, which machine is the worst? Which machine is the worst? Which machine is the worst? And what can I do about it? Okay? So now the model understands that the lowest downtime is the worst machine, and then it showed me something which he found is what to do about this data, what LLM and the knowledge which is in LLM, what he could find, he replied that to me. So this is the end of the demo. To wrap it up a little bit, we want to show you that we are the data platform which can be used for visualizing the OT data, the IT data. As you can see, we can leverage all the data in one dashboard. All the data are not static. The dashboards are not static. Everything can be drilled down and up, adding measures according to your modeling, of the UNS. And then on top of that, you can leverage the AI, the LLMs, and also our special AI, which goes inside to the multidimensional models, and it can retrieve you the data and add some data that you can be more efficient, more responsive, and you can use your data in production in real time. Thank you very much. We are say a big hello from Slovenia. If you come to Slovenia, don't be a stranger. Step by.